with Loving Life's Little Blessings. Welcome to Creative Challenge Monday. We're going to be making a card using a sketch. I will insert that sketch right here so that you can see what we're making. Now that you've seen the sketch, I'm going to go ahead and do the card. You can go right to my blog by clicking on the link that's right up here. That will take you right over to my coordinating blog post. You'll see a photo of this, and then you will also see a supply list, so you can purchase any of these products that you need to make this card. And then you can also see the Creative Challenge Club blog and the other design team members that have also done this card. So what I've done already is I've taken a piece of crumb cake cardstock and I've embossed it already using this embossing folder. This is in the Stampin Up annual catalog, I believe. I'll double check on that. If it's not in that catalog, I'll just put a note up on the screen for you. So originally when I saw the sketch, I had wanted a polka dot background. I had wanted to do white polka dots, and I had thought about just using a sponge dauber and creating the polka dots, but I was really afraid to do that because I was afraid it wouldn't look right, like the design of it wouldn't look right. So I remembered that I had this embossing folder, so I used it, but it still wasn't, I still really wanted the white polka dots. So what I did is I just took a sponge dauber. I'm using my white Stays On ink, and that is because it shows up a little bit better on the cardstock. And then also I'm going to be stamping over top of this later on, and it will work a little bit better for that as well. So I'm going to zoom in. I'll probably speed this up, but all I'm going to do is add white to all these polka dots.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright.
All right, so I just added the white Stays On to all of the polka dots, and you can see that I've even sort of stamped a little bit off, so you can still see that that card has some embossing on it. So the next thing that we're going to do is I've taken my circle framelits and I've cut out a circle, and I just picked a framelit based on how I wanted the card to look and how big I wanted the circle to be. So I already have that because I did that on my Big Shot. So we have that, and then I have some ribbon, which is going to be what my strip is down here. And I've already tied a bow, and what I can do is just use my ATG tape right over my ribbon. I really like being able to do that. It's a very aggressive adhesive, so it's going to hold that ribbon down. I'm going to use my grid mat to line up my ribbon. Alright, so now we have the ribbon on there, and I'm gonna burn the edges of my ribbon so it doesn't fray and trim this side down a little bit because they're not even, but I'll do that at the end. So now I can take my red piece, and again I'm using my ATG gun tonight just because I really want that aggressive adhesive. So now I'm just going to place this on here, and I'm going to let it overlap because I'm going to trim it. So this way I can really get my circle on there exactly where I want it. We will press that down, and then we'll just trim the back of it. All right. So here's this part of the card so far. So now we're going to use some cherry cobbler ink. I'm going to grab this white piece of scratch paper, and we're going to be using this stamp set for our sentiment. I'm going to use Mingle All the Way. This is Mingle All the Way is the name of the stamp set, and it's in our holiday catalog. And I'm just going to ink this up. And then we're going to use the 2-inch punch. This fits perfectly in that 2-inch punch, and I love that. I just re-inked my Cherry Cobbler ink pad, and so it's a little bit on the more juicy side, and I did just smear this a little tiny bit. I'm putting dimensionals on the back of this circle. Bring the card back. This would be a great card to mass produce because there's not that much to it. We will stick that right on there. And we're almost done. So now I'm going to take this stamp set, which is the Holiday Cheer stamp set. It is a Project Life stamp set, so it's in our holiday catalog. I have a teeny tiny snowflake, and I'm going to be using Cherry Cobbler ink. And I'm just going to add a few snowflakes on top of these circles. Not to every single one. That's probably even good. That gives it a really fun look over that white staged-on. It kind of makes it more matted. It gives it a matted finish. And then the last thing we're gonna do is take a couple of these snowflake sequins.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought along some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down.
That is going to finish this card for us today for the Creative Challenge Club. I made this twice, and I made it with snowflakes the first time, with the snowflake sequence, and then the second time I just made it with the sequence, and I actually like the sequence better. I think the snowflakes on this side, they're very bright, the white part of it, and this is more muted. The stays on circles that I did tend to be a little bit more muted, so I think I'm not sure that I like the way this looks, but with the sequence I kind of like that it just sparkles and it's just a little bit there, but I don't know, then it kind of seems a little out of place too at the same time. Like I feel like I should add a sequence over maybe up here in this corner. So those are the two cards. I'll have a photo of both cards on my website, and I would love to know which one you like better. Okay, so leave a comment and let me know which card you like better, if it's the one with the silver sequence or if it's the one with the snowflakes, and let's just see what everybody thinks. Thanks guys for coming by and checking out my cards, and I will be talking to you later this week with all new projects. Thanks guys.